and welcome to Hypnotize Me, the podcast about hypnosis, transformation, and healing. This is Dr. Elizabeth Bonet, and I'm your host. This podcast is not a substitute for mental health treatment, nor should it be. If you need therapy or hypnotherapy, please seek a trained professional. I do hypnosis all over the world, so if you'd like to learn more about me, you can do that at my website, drlizhypnosis.com. That's DRLIZ hypnosis.com. Now on to our episode. Hi, and welcome to the podcast. This is Dr. Liz. This week, I thought I would talk about the 3 keys to a successful hypnosis. Now, I'm going to play a clip that I recorded earlier, and then I'm going to play the original clip at the end, because I know as a avid podcast listener, sometimes I really don't want to go and search out the other episode, but I want to hear it. But it's like, oh my gosh, now I have to go and search what episode that is or whatever. It's sort of a pain in the butt sometimes. So I thought what I would do is just add that clip at the end for you so that you don't have to do that, to make it easy for my listeners. So we're going to jump into this. I hope you enjoy it. Dr. Holly Forrester Miller talked about this in her episode on surgery without anesthesia. And you can hear that at drlizhypnosis.com, DRLIZ hypnosis.com/episode 72. It's a really good one. And the 3 keys are the ability to concentrate, which doesn't actually have to be pretty high. Okay. Your ability to concentrate. You basically have to be breathing, and walking around some. Sometimes what will happen is someone will come in and say that they're full of anxiety and they can't concentrate and there's no way they can go into a relaxed state. So what we do, and I learned this more through yoga training than hypnosis training, is we start with the body. So people often try to start with their mind to calm it down, saying to themselves, oh my gosh, you got to be calmer, you got to relax, you got to calm down, saying phrases that they hear other people say to them sometimes. And instead, what's more effective is starting with the body. So let's go through a progressive relaxation. And as hypnotherapists, I'm trained in several different techniques about how to focus on the body so that the mind will follow. So the mind pretty much follows the body in this case. So your ability to concentrate actually becomes much, much easier as you go into the hypnotic state, as you go into a relaxed state. So that's key number 1. Key number 2 is belief. I was giving a talk at an art event that I did in 2017, and someone asked me a question. She said, well, you keep saying if someone's open to it, it's effective. What if someone's not open to it? And what I told her is that hypnosis can be effective even if someone isn't quite sure it's going to work. The protocol for irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, researched over 20 years, incredibly effective. It can also help with reflux and GERD. Someone has to be open to it though. So do they come in always convinced that this is going to work? No, they don't. They've generally tried all kinds of stuff. Same with migraines and headaches. They try all kinds of stuff. And sometimes hypnosis is like their last ditch effort. They're like, okay, well, a friend of a friend said this would work, so I might as well give it a try because I've tried everything else. But once they step into my office, they have a certain level of openness that's there to doing this. If they don't, they wouldn't be there. And what I like to provide is research about how effective it is. Like, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe your friend of your friend. But look at the research on these. These are controlled. Some of them are double-blind studies, very rigorous research that says, all right, hypnosis was an effective treatment. Hypnosis did better than this, this, and this. And generally, once I educate someone about how effective it is, then that belief does increase. So that's key number 2. Key number 3, motivation. This is a big one. And what Dr. Forrester Miller said is that motivation is the most important of the 3 keys. So you can have your ability to concentrate, you can have your belief, but if you're really not motivated to make that change, then it's probably going to be less effective. And people go into all different kinds of states of motivation. Sometimes they come in because of a pain point. They're in so much pain, and sometimes that's physical, sometimes that's emotional pain, that they know a change has to be made. And they're motivated to listen to the file, to make the change, to have their life transform. And that's really important. So often I'll have smokers come in and I'll ask them, what's more important to you than smoking? And what I found is if they don't have an answer to that question, if they really don't know their motivations, then they're less effective in helping themselves stop smoking. That's a very clear case of it. When someone is truly motivated, it's the same people who go home and come back the next week and I say, did you listen to the file every day? Because I send them home with a file. And they say, oh, no, I didn't listen to it. Like, okay, like why would you pay this money and have me do this if you're not motivated enough to listen to a 5 to 10 minute file a day? Okay, that's it. It's 5 minutes out of your day to help you with the motivation. If someone does do that, they almost always stop smoking. If they say, yes, I listen to it every day, I know the sentence that follows is, I'm doing great. I haven't smoked since our first session. I know that's coming. So motivation is really key. And when you're even talking about medical hypnosis, the motivation there is, I'm in pain. I want surgeries to go faster. I want to heal faster. I want more relief, more comfort while I struggle with this. When you're talking about IBS, I mean, that's a huge motivating factor to be able to work and travel and go out with friends. When you're talking about a child coming in that needs some help with something, the parents are generally very, very motivated to get the child help so that they feel better. When you're talking about teens coming in, I won't even see a teen unless they really want to be there, because what's the point of that, right? Like really, they have to be motivated to make the change in whatever it is they're trying to change there. If they're not, then it's less effective. I would agree with that. So those are the 3 keys: ability to concentrate, belief, and motivation. Keep that in mind as you move forward. If you're looking for a hypnotherapist, and you can check that out with yourself. Do I have these 3 keys? Yes, I do. Okay, then let me call somebody and make an appointment, right? If you don't, wait till they're there. That's what I tell people. If you're not motivated to make this change, wait until you are. Don't waste your money in the meantime. Wait until the motivation is present. And when it is, you'll know it. To me, it feels physical. When my motivation kicks in, and sometimes that's something I want to get to, sometimes that's a pain point, it is a physical feeling in me. It is a feeling of, I have to do this. This is no longer just a luxury or something I want to do. This is something I have to do. It may feel differently for you. I would actually be interested in what that feels like for different people. If you want to drop me an email and let me know, I'd be very interested to read that. How does motivation feel to you? When do you know that is the right time? So those are my thoughts around the 3 keys that make a successful hypnosis. And now I'm going to go ahead and put on the original part of that interview for you. I hope you have a wonderful week. Peace.
So she used to always say there was 3 key ingredients necessary to use hypnosis. There was concentration, belief, and motivation.
Okay.
And concentration, I mean, I've worked with someone with an IQ as low as 40, so the concentration doesn't have to be that great. Mm-hmm. Belief is a very complicated issue because it's belief that, hypnosis can help, that I'm someone that can teach them, that there's someone that can do it. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of levels. But motivation trumps all of them. Mm. The most skeptical, doubting Thomas, who's not sure they can concentrate, if they're motivated, like Tom was going into this surgery, he knew what it was like before. He knew how horrible it was before. Mm-hmm. He knew he wanted anything that would help make it better. So that motivation
is the key.
Is the key.
I hope you truly enjoyed today's episode. Remember that you can get free hypnosis downloads over at my website, drlizhypnosis.com, DRLIZ hypnosis.com. I work all over the world doing hypnosis. So if you're interested in working with me, please schedule a free consultation over at my website, and we'll see what your goals are and if I can be of service to you in helping you reach them. Finally, if you liked today's episode, please subscribe to the podcast or tell a friend. That way, more and more people learn about the power of hypnosis. All right, everyone, have a wonderful week. Peace.